Welcome, life shifters, to our Yin Yoga practice. For those of you who are new to Yin Yoga, this is going to be a real treat. Yin Yoga is a slow meditative practice that nourishes and stretches your joints without fear of injury because it is slow and easy. It's also a wonderful complement to other kinds of yoga or movement practices that put strain on your body. For other real practices, check out our yoga series on our YouTube channel. Okay, so everybody, Yin Yoga practice, as we said, is very slow and meditative, and we're going to start our practice with butterfly. And to get into butterfly, we just simply put our legs together, as we always do when we do a yoga butterfly. It's very simple. What you might want is you might want to roll up, because we're going to fold forward, and you might find that you want something either like a bolster. This might be easier for you, at least initially. The idea is to come down and just start with a very stretched back, erect, and then we fold forward, and then we're just going to hold this, breathe deeply, and let your body go, and let your head come down. You can put a blankie here too, whatever works for you. Breathe, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And as you exhale, just let everything relax. Probably feeling some pinching, that's fine. It is beautiful. Yes. And this is a great introduction, a great way to start a meditation practice at the beginning, just to release your joints and your body. And remember, you can do this with pillows to support you if that makes it easier. Okay, so we're going to slowly push yourself up from this, feeling gentle, and then as you come out of it, be gentle with yourself as you come out of it. Just release, bring your legs forward, and just let them shake them out. And the best counter posture for this is to release backwards into a back bend. Don't throw your head back, just let your spine curve backwards. So for our next position, this one is also called, it's shoelace in Yin, but it's also called Gomokasan. And the best way to get into this position is actually on all fours, and you bring your knee forward, put your foot out so if you've got your right knee forward, your right foot goes out towards the left side of your mat. Your left knee is there, and then you push yourself back into position, and you're going to hold this upright for a couple of minutes just to feel that. And again, feel those joints releasing, taking that moment to let yourself release totally into this beautiful meditative state. Remember, your back is upright, your chin tucked in so that your head sits directly over your spine. And you're really in the space, in the Zen moment. Inhale and release as you exhale. Okay, so now we've done our 2 minutes, and for a lot of these you can do 3 minutes, but for this practice I'm just choosing to do it for 2 minutes. But again, whatever works for you. You can even do it for a minute, but you still want to make sure that you do have time to release. So let's do that, get into that again, but this time left knee is forward and right knee goes back in behind, because we want to make sure that we're doing these stretches on both sides, and these are quite different. For me, this is definitely different on this side versus the other side, and so I really need to think releasing on this side. And it's funny, as you go along, it becomes easier to really just say, yes, there is something that I feel. Now, if anything feels like pain, you immediately shift, you immediately release. This is not a no pain, no gain kind of practice. This is about releasing. If you're not feeling that, then don't just let it go. Ease it off. But try with your breath first, and you will be safe. Okay, so we're going to just now unwind here, pull our legs back, and our counter posture for this is really more of a release. So we want to kind of do a kind of back and forth. It's a wonderful kind of just letting your hips, and because you've been stretching those hip joints, just let them relax a bit. And speaking of relaxing, we're going to go now to a position where we lay down on our back and we bring our knees up to our chest, and we're going to do a twist. So it's a supine twist. Our knees to the right, both knees. If you need to support your knees, if you're feeling like you can't get all of that, no problem. Grab a blanket, put it between your knees if that helps. It's really about ease so that you can be comfortable, and then turn your head the opposite way. So I've got my right knees to the right side, so I'm turning my head to the left. So, and we're just letting that happen. Feeling that twist ease into our body. And now to release out of this, we're going to obviously do it on the other side. So we bring our knees up to center. If you need to do a little bit of a release here before we go onto the other side, please do that. It's really important that we let that go. And then we're going to bring the knees back up on this side. Knees go over to the left. And then we're going to let this sit here. Again, use your blanket if you need to have a little support. Bring your knees down a bit if you're finding it too much. Let them come from the waist as opposed to going up to the chest. Just do it so that there is a level of comfort as you breathe in and breathe out. And let the in happen. Let the relaxation, that letting go, let that happen now. And now it's time to come back up to center. We're gonna just take our knees to the center, and our counter pose for this is Apanasana, which is where we bring our knees to the center and release. And so go. As you inhale, your knees are out. As you exhale, you bring them in. As you inhale, knees out. Exhale, knees in. Inhale, knees out. And exhale, knees in. Okay. So our next position is Sphinx pose. And for Sphinx pose, easy for me to say, we're going to go down on the ground, lying face down, and we're going to bring our shoulders here in front of us, and you want your elbows to be about right under your shoulders, maybe a little bit forward from your shoulders. And this is going to give you a little bit of a back curve. If you need support, do use your blanket to help you with that. But you want to make sure that you keep it as comfortable as you can. And so there we go. And then just allow that to sink in. Put your weight on it if that makes it easier. Just take those moments. And you can see why this is called Sphinx. We are taking in air and just letting it go. Taking in air and letting it go. And it's funny, for when you do this a little bit, even for positions that maybe don't feel all that comfortable at the beginning of it, you do actually start to feel comfortable in the position. And as I said, if it feels good and you're enjoying it, just make it last a little longer. Just let it gently stretch those joints that don't get a lot of love and get pounded a lot. So this is what we're doing. Just going to take one more minute here. A couple of deep breaths. And then we're going to move into the counter posture for Sphinx, which is put your body up, and you can pull that blanket out of the way. And we're going to go into child's pose. So with child's pose, I know a lot of people tell me they find child's pose difficult. So I'm going to suggest, if you find it difficult, put a blanket just behind your knees there. And as you go down, that should help cushion some of that extra stress on your knees. And just hold it for a minute. You don't need to hold the counter posture long. It's really just to allow your body to resume its normal position. And now our final posture is going to be up the wall. So I'm going to put my legs up the wall. So I'm going to show you how to do that as much as you can. Do it as successfully as you can. It's very hard to get your butt all the way into the wall, but I'll show you a way to kind of move into it that makes it easier. So you're sitting sideways like this, and bend your knees, and you're going to try and slip your body around so that your legs go up the wall, and then I'm gonna move as much as we can in, as close as you can to the wall. Whatever, if you're not, and I'm pretty far from the wall right now, so this is not perfect, but yoga is not for perfection. This is a fabulous position for anybody who gets really hot feet, who finds difficulty with circulation in your legs and your feet. Any inversion like this is fabulous for those kinds of things. And if you don't find this comfortable with your feet like this, then you can put your feet flat against the wall like this. This also works well. Just whatever the idea is, really to raise your legs and let nature take its course. Let gravity do the work to help with all that circulation in your legs. And again, this is another position where you can spend a lot of time here. This can be actually a very comfortable way. And you can even do this at the end of the day, before you go to bed at night. It's a great thing to do because it really helps sort of flush your legs. And for those of you who have issues with legs, that's a wonderful thing. Okay, so we're going to come out of this position, and what I do want to make sure that when you come out of this position, you don't jump up immediately. Just remember, your body has been in a different position, and so what you want to do is come down slowly, maybe into a fetal position. You can move directly into Savasana from here, and we'll scoot around. And that's how we will be ending our practice. Now, my favorite way of being in Savasana is to have something supporting the back of my knees. So I'm gonna do that right now. I love having a bolster, but if you don't have a bolster, no problem. Use cushions, use whatever works. But just allow your body to really feel what you've been doing and feel that release. You are releasing tensions in your body, in your mind. And for those of you who meditate, this is a perfect starting point for a meditation or a pranayama practice. So for now, I say namaste. Thank you for sharing this Yin Yoga practice with me today. The thing about Yin Yoga is it requires you to be kind, gentle, and patient with your body. And I hope you're able to take those kinds of feelings with you for the rest of your day today. And don't forget to, anytime you feel the need for these feelings, come back and do this practice. Namaste.